Welcome to the Pageant Cast, your home for beauty pageant news and interviews on the internet.
This is Pageant Cast TV. So glad that you could join us. We have Kelly that comes to us from the Great White North, Miss Canada International. Do people still say, how's it going, eh?
Oh, yes.
Yeah?
Oh, yes.
Okay.
We're out and about all the time.
Oh, out and about. Okay, great. Well, and I was worried after the South Park movie that everybody blamed Canada, but, coming back from it. Okay, well, fantastic. And you came here to the international pageants and here to compete. Now, Canada, it doesn't have as many pageants as here. Is there a strong Canadian beauty pageant community?
Somewhat. Not that I'm actually connected with, but you can't find it if one actually wants to pursue that route in a more full-time way.
How did you find the international pageant?
Well, I really had a dream last year about doing a pageant that really marked me, and so I felt it was kind of God's way of nudging me into this, as my life passion is to be a motivational speaker, a faith-based motivational speaker, and I felt that this could maybe open a door to be able to touch lives that maybe couldn't be touched any other way. And so I had a dream about it and kind of felt the divine nudging and went forward.
Next thing you know, you're in Chicago and here you are.
That's right.
Well, that's great. What is your platform?
My platform is called Operation True Beauty, and it's really restoring the worth of a woman where not to just find her identity in the exterior, but to be a woman of beauty from the inside out, where really when we look to the eternal beauty of God and we find our identity and strength in Him, that is where true life is found.
Okay. Now, you've been in Chicago a few days. They've taken you around. Anything that stands out that was a lot of fun to do?
Actually, the Princess Ball was the most fun. All these little girls.
Yeah, tell everybody, what was the Princess Ball?
The Princess Ball was a little dance, well, more than a dance. All these little girls came to the library and they dressed up as their favorite princess, and we got to wear our crowns and our sashes, and we got to dance with them, play games, make them little princess crowns, and it was such a special time, it really was.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Yeah.
It sounds like a lot of fun. Well, I'm going to let you go because you got the rest of today off.
That's right.
Until the prelim pageant
That's
in about 3 hours. So
That's
whatever.
Right.
But it's going to be a lot of fun, and I look forward to seeing you tonight and at your prelim on Friday night.
Sounds good.
Thanks so much for coming on Pageant Cast, and this is Miss Canada International. Welcome to Pageant Cast TV. We have Brittany, the representative Miss California International. We're in Chicago for the international competitions. Hello, Brittany.
Hi, how are you?
Fantastic. Thanks for coming on the show.
Thank you for having me.
Are you ready? Are you ready for the big pageant? You just came out of interview.
I just came out of interview. It went amazing. I'm very confident about it. And I'm ready to rock it on the stage.
That's fantastic. We're so glad to hear that. Now, tell me a little bit about your platform.
Okay, well, my platform is the American Diabetes Association.
Okay.
I chose that after my father passed away from diabetes. So now it is my plan to educate about proper nutrition and physical fitness, and to support families who are dealing with people who have diabetes.
Diabetes type A or?
Both, type 1 and type 2. I work with both, and stabilizing type 1 and preventing type 2.
Okay. What are some things people should look for to know if one of their loved ones has diabetes?
Well, they can look for irritability and fatigue, frequent urination, excessive thirst. They can look for if they have blurry vision or tingling hands and feet. Also, if they having skin conditions. And if their blood glucose level is 126, they already have it. And if it's 100 to 126, that's pre-diabetes.
Okay.
Yes.
Are things improving? Are they coming up with better treatments?
They are coming up with treatments. We have organ donation, and so you can replace your pancreas if you choose so, or we are coming up with a new replacement that is a machine that will go into your body. And so hopefully that's something still in research and on the brink of finding it. So yeah, we're excited about that.
So how'd you get involved in this crazy pageant world?
Well, I was 10 years old and I was at a local parade and saw a girl going by in her tiara, and I told my mom I really wanted her tiara, and so I started a pageant at 11 years old and got on stage. Was a really shy little girl, being the only child. Got on stage and lit up. My personality came out. I stood up straight and I was able to talk to people, and that's how it all developed. And since then, it has just kept developing the entire time, 12 years later.
Fantastic. Well, I want to thank you so much, and we want to wish you the best of luck and success as you continue to compete here in Chicago for the international pageant system. Thank you, Brittany.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
This is Pageant Cast TV, and I'm with the lovely Shevon. She is Miss New Mexico International. How are you this morning?
I'm great. How are you doing this morning?
Fantastic. You are so full of energy. You're ready to meet the day, huh?
Oh, yeah, definitely. I woke up a little on the slow side, maybe the wrong side of the bed, but I just got up and now I'm getting going.
That's fantastic. Now, just came out of interviews. Were all the judges nice?
Oh my God, they're amazing. They talked about the issues that most affect our lives in general and how we're going to be able to raise awareness on all these issues. So it's definitely a privilege and an honor to sit down with all these beautiful, amazing women who have been in the pageantry industry for a long time and talk to them about what is most important to us.
Now, I didn't get to talk to the judges, but I happen to know one of the questions that they asked you. Mm-hmm. What's your platform?
My platform is sexual abuse, domestic violence, and child abuse.
Okay, and how did you get involved in that?
I was actually a victim of child abuse and sexual abuse when I was younger, so I think that the best way to prevent it is through education and stepping out of the circle and stopping everything that has to do with that so they can get the help that they deserve.
Okay. Now, how did you get involved in pageants?
This was actually the first pin that I've ever won in a pageant. Okay. And I was about 5 and my sister crowned me. So my mom has always been putting us in pageants since we were little, and she's very adamant about keeping us in pageants and doing everything that we want in life. And I don't know, I guess that's...
Well, that's certainly a great reason. Well, I thank you so much for coming on the show.
Thank you.
And we wish you the best of luck.
Thank you so much. It was very nice to meet you.
This Pageant Cast TV, we have Stacey from New York. She's representing the great state of New York in the Miss International competition here in Chicago, Illinois. Thanks for coming on the show.
Well, thank you for having me.
Now, you said you're from upstate New York.
I am from upstate New York, a little city called Miera.
Okay, so if we were to get up on like the Empire State Building, could we see where you are?
You know, the Empire State Building is so tall you probably could. No,
really?
But I'm way across the state.
Okay, all right. Well, I have to ask because when I think of New York, I think of Rockefeller Center and all that stuff.
Everybody does.
Now, do you visit or?
Of course. And I have a sister living in Manhattan, so it makes it really convenient for me to go down there all the time.
Well, fantastic.
Yeah.
So what got you started in pageants?
Well, you know, for me, it started out as a scholarship opportunity. I started in the Miss America organization, and it was a way for me to help put myself through college. And then from there, you know, I aged out of that system, and I was still looking for a way to promote my platform, and I stumbled upon, through a director in the America system, the international organization, and she encouraged me to, you know, try this out, and because I was still working with the American Cancer Society, and I wanted to continue with trying to promote them, so I figured this was the best way for me to do that.
See how she smoothly worked the platform in there for us? Did you see that?
Well trained.
It's kind of smooth. I saw that. Well, okay. Now that I don't have a next question, what is your platform?
My platform is the American Cancer Society.
What?
Shocker.
Yeah. Okay.
And I do the Relay for Life, and I'll tell you why I do it.
Okay.
It's something that I'm passionate about because I feel like everybody has their own story to tell when it comes to cancer.
Mm-hmm.
And for me, I've had 3 relatives pass away from cancer, and most recently, my grandfather died of melanoma in November. And coincidentally, there's a mass being held right now in his honor. So it's something that really touched my family and myself, and I was involved with this organization from the get-go, and I've been on the committee for the past 3 years, but just being able to have those stories, that's where my passion comes from.
Okay. Now, is there a website associated with your platform?
There is. I mean, you can go to any of the, there's a bunch of counties that hold their own relays, so you can go to acs.org and look up.
Find your local.
Yeah, find your local Relay for Life.
Fantastic, because you would get tired running all the way to the race,
Exactly.
then racing, and then having to run home.
Yeah. It's actually not a relay. It's a misconception. You don't run. You walk.
You don't run?
You don't run.
What do you do?
You walk around a track all night long trying to raise money for cancer.
All night long?
All night. It's
It's
an all
in no
night
shoes?
event. In heels. Yep.
All
I
right.
mean, it takes dedication.
Yeah, apparently. Well, that's great. Well, thank you so much for
thank
coming on
you.
this show, and we wish you the best of luck and
Thank you.
success
I appreciate it.
in your pageant.
Yes.
And you have the rest of the day off
I
today
do.
now. Oh, wonderful. And but don't worry, they'll work you all the harder tomorrow.
Yes, of course they will. I have one more thing to add.
Yes?
Go Team Cessna.
I knew it was coming. I was just wondering how it was going to go.
I had to throw it in there. I had to.
Thank you. Well, here, high five.
All right.
All right. Thanks. This is Pageant Cast TV, and we have the beautiful Rachel. She is the representative for South Dakota, Miss South Dakota International. Rachel, thanks for coming by.
Thank you for having me.
Oh, it's certainly our pleasure. Well, let's start right at the beginning with asking you, what's your platform?
Let's dig right in. My platform is breast cancer awareness.
Okay.
I chose to champion this because my girlfriend was diagnosed at age 27. Only 5 to 10% of women under the age of 40 are diagnosed, and she was one of them.
Okay.
So my mission is to speak and educate people and spread awareness to young women on breast cancer awareness.
Now, have you done appearances based on that platform?
I have. I've raised over $100,000 for breast cancer awareness through several events. I'm partnered with celebrities. I helped actually train her from Survivor, raise money for her organization, and also I'm partnered with celebrities across the country, from Minnesota, South Dakota, California, and Florida.
Well, congratulations
Thank
and
you.
good work.
Thank you.
What got you involved in pageants?
I grew up in a small town in Minnesota called Nimrod. Now, it's kind of condescending, the name, but it does mean a crafty person, and I do consider myself crafty.
Okay.
I competed for Miss
Does that mean you
Nimrod.
knit?
I sew my own wardrobe.
okay.
I design swimsuits. I
Okay.
competed in the Miss Nimrod pageant when I was 16. So
Oh, I
that's
missed that one.
probably the title that I would not want to have, Miss
Right.
Nimrod. But it is a great town. It's a town of about 70 people. I absolutely love it.
Okay, well, fantastic. Now, South Dakota, I have to think about Mount Rushmore.
Mount Rushmore. I'm actually going to Mount Rushmore in a couple weeks.
Are you?
I work at the Sturgis Rally, the biggest bike rally in the world. So
Yes, it
after I'm
is.
done with the pageant on Sunday, I go to Sturgis.
Oh, wow, and that's crazy.
It is.
It's
It's absolutely insane. Out of your mind.
Yeah, in fact, I think they used to call it Crazy Days at one point. And
There you go.
Truth in advertising on that.
That would be an understatement.
Yeah, but a lot of fun. So that should be great as well. Now, competing for Miss International, you've been in Chicago a few days. What are some of the things that you got to do while in town?
We went to the Boys and Girls Club where we got to sit with the children. We had a lunch with them, and then we got to design crafts. We went to the zoo. Some of the girls got lost, but we found them over by the monkey cage.
Where else would you find them?
Right? We had a princess ball last night where where we went to the library and there were little girls there dressed in little princesses, and we got to amuse them with dances and crafts. It was absolutely amazing.
Oh, fantastic. I want to thank you so much for taking the time.
Thank you. It was a
Wish you the
pleasure.
best of luck and success in the pageant.
Thank you.
Yep. Welcome to Pageant Cast TV. We have a great friend of the show, Julie Tesh here. She is Miss Southeast International, competing in Chicago for the Miss International title. Apparently that was a difficult word to come up with. So great to see you again.
Nice to
It's been
see
a while.
You too. Yes.
So, let me start you off. What's your platform?
My platform is the Make-A-Wish Foundation.
Okay. And Make-A-Wish, what have you been doing with Make-A-Wish?
Granting wishes for children with life-threatening medical conditions.
Okay.
Yeah, so I do a lot of different things in the organization. I coordinate and plan events for them. I fundraise for wishes. As an official volunteer, I am a wish granter as well, and I'll be their national spokesperson if I win the title of Miss International 2011 and continue doing all the other things I've been doing through my state office.
So what type of unusual wishes have you come across?
Oh.
Not Disney World. We all hear about Disney World.
Disney World is
else?
the number one wish.
Okay. Me too.
There's not really any unusual wishes. One I haven't heard in a long time was when I granted a few weeks ago, and the little boy wanted to go to Disney World, but he wanted to meet Barney at Disney World, and I have not heard Barney referenced in months. So, actually,
and he's
years.
At Universal.
Let's say years.
See, that's the theme park guy. He's actually over at Universal, so it's going to be tough to sneak him past a mouse, because a mouse doesn't like having riffraff.
Exactly.
So, oh, wow.
Yeah, so
I didn't know is Barney still a thing?
He is. He's at Universal Studios, so we were actually able to put that together and
Good.
get that wish going for him.
Well, that's fantastic.
Yeah.
I'm so glad. That's really cool. So how did you get started in pageants, Julie?
Well, I have not
now
been
I
in it
opened it.
Woo, you opened that door. I have not been involved very long. I started as a freshman in college. A friend of mine had competed and was really showing me that there was quite an avenue to embark on and to be able to reach more people, volunteer, give back, and that power of the crown was very important. So I really got involved through that and helped, she helped me, I should say, to learn the ropes and get involved in the pageant systems and see which one really fit for me. And guess what? I'm here. The international system's wonderful. I love it. I want to stay right where I'm at.
Well, fantastic. Well, we're so glad that you took the time today. You got a lot
so
of
much.
rehearsing tomorrow, but you got the rest of today off.
I know, I don't know how I got so lucky.
Apparently, you just won the lottery. Okay. So, anyway, thanks again. Always wonderful.
Yes,
to talk
thank
to
you, Jim. I just love you
All
to
right.
death.
Okay.